What's cracking, man? It's your boy Doughboy Tony. We're here with another episode of What's the Word on another beautiful Wednesday on the realest platform on YouTube, man. American Cholo. Man, we blessed to be back. As y'all can see, I got a big old smile on my face. And if you've been tuned in to the last few episodes, y'all know exactly why. The motherfucking Niners lost the Super Bowl. Hell yeah.
That's right.
Let's go, man. Shit. You know, we've been talking about the Super Bowl for a minute now. Again, it's another episode with my boys. We got the same people in the building we've been bringing in. What's up, boys? How y'all feeling today, man?
Amazing, especially since the Niners lost, bro. So I'm definitely on a natural high.
Yeah, we all in the same boat then. Shit. What's up, Ronnie? How you feeling, dog?
I feel good, bro. Fuck the Niners, you feel me?
What's up, philosopher? How we feeling today, bro?
Man, I'm feeling good, but I just gotta jump in with y'all and fuck the Niners. I don't even watch football like that, but Swifty got the one. The
jump
script
on the
went out.
bandwagon.
I know, bro. The script went out. We already knew how that was gonna go. The script
Hell
went out.
yeah, shit. Hey, man, that game was crazy, bro. I mean, you know, as a football fan, I guess I was able to appreciate it. You know, both sides of the ball for both teams was crazy. You know, the defenses were looking super solid. You know, the Niners weren't able to come out as strong. The fucking Chiefs weren't able to do shit, bro. Patty Mahomes couldn't get it going. I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I was like, damn, I was really starting to feel like, damn, the Niners might take this, you know, and then they go up 10 and you think like, fuck, it might be a wrap, you know. The Chiefs couldn't get shit going, but, you know, come that second half, bro, Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs, they come out fucking completely different, like a whole different team, bro, and just straight dominated, you know, and it came down to another situation of where coaching was really a big issue on the Niners side. You know, Kyle Shanahan, this is his third time choking a 10-point deficit in the fucking Super Bowl, bro. Like, that just goes to show you, bro.
That's right.
That just goes to show you, you know, maybe he's not fucking, you know, really capable when it comes to the big game. But what was your take on it, bro?
Man, I think it played out exactly like I thought it was gonna play out. You know, I know we had a couple calls this past week, and everybody was asking us our prediction and how we thought it was gonna go down. At the end, I think it was proof positive in the overtime situation where coaching and quarterback play.
100%.
That was the difference maker because Andy Reid called it a hell of a fucking drive.
Yeah, he did.
And Patty Mahomes is Patty. He's that man. He's that dude.
That's my homie, G.
Bro.
Homie.
No, exactly. He put that team on his back, and when they needed the big yards, he used his legs. And when he wasn't going to go, you know, into a second overtime, he was going to win that game.
Yeah.
And I think for me, the most egregious thing that ended up happening was that the Niners didn't go for a touchdown. Instead of, they went for 3 instead of going for 7. Knowing damn well that you're giving the ball back to Mahomes, and Mahomes had all the time in the world, and you knew he was gonna get a touchdown.
100%.
So it's the Super Bowl. Like, sell out, bro. Like, if you fail, then trust your defense to stop them. But you didn't. You could have, you know, pulled out a trick play, done something. But to your point, like, that goes to show you, like, just coaching that, you know, Kyle Shanahan, you know, like you said, the last 3 times that he's been in the Super Bowl, like, he hasn't been able to produce. And that's just another example. And, you know, in other reports that everybody was saying that the Niners didn't understand the overtime rules.
Yeah.
That is a terrible look, bro.
The players didn't know that so in overtime, now, basically, if you score a touchdown.
It's do or die, right? That's that type shit?
So before it used to be if a team scores a touchdown in overtime, it's over, bro. The reason they changed that is because of fucking Patrick Mahomes himself when the Chiefs played the Bills. I want to say like 3 years ago. I might be wrong. But they were in the AFC Championship, and it goes to overtime. Patrick Mahomes scores a touchdown on the first drive, and the game's completely over. Like, the Bills don't even get a chance. So ever since then, fans were mad. You know, they changed the rules. So now if a team scores a touchdown, the other team has a chance to score a touchdown as well, similar to college rules, except in college they make you start like at the 25-yard line. They make it shorter. But so now it's like if the Niners would have scored a touchdown, it wouldn't have been over. The Chiefs would have had a chance to score a touchdown, and if they would have scored, it keeps going until somebody doesn't score until you know. Yeah, so that's something I looked at too. Was why would Kyle Shanahan go for 3, bro? It's the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
You know, like, fuck that. Don't take the field goal. You know, fucking. And especially if you see the way the game was going, bro, their defense was getting mollywopped by the fucking Chiefs, bro. Like, Mahomes was just doing them dirty. So at that point, you know, I'd rather take my chance on, you know, trying to score a fucking touchdown in overtime instead of going for 3, knowing damn well if fucking Patrick Mahomes gets that ball, they're having the game-winning drive, bro.
Man, I couldn't have said it better.
Hell yeah.
It was really kind of putting everything out. Like, you got to sell out. It's the last game. It's the championship game. You might not have another opportunity to get back there, right? Like, the window's closing for them. Like, you know, that team, you know, they had a lot of rookie contracts that are coming up. Like that, you know, the window's closing for San Francisco. And Mahomes closed it, huh? But no, but for real, like, you know, shout out. It was a hell of a game, though. I can't take anything away from, you know, the Niners, but the Niners did exactly what the Niners do. And they choked. They choked in the Super Bowl. You know, obviously it was coaching. It was, you know, Mahomes is that dude. He's
Hell yeah.
A lot of people believe he's the second coming of Brady. He's not there yet.
He is.
Not there yet, right? You know, not there yet.
He's on his way.
28,
but he's on his way. He's definitely on his way.
He's damn well on his way. But hey, man, enough with the Super Bowl talk. Again, I'm fucking ecstatic. You know, as a Ram fan, I hate the Niners, bro. It's a division rivalry. You know, and just the fans talk so much shit. You know, it's just see them nice to be humbled. But you know, today we got a guest in the building, man, and my boy Ronnie about to let y'all know who we got in the building today, bro.
Oh yeah, man. We got the infamous over here, the future, the man, the myth, the legend. Fucking Javier Zinzun Jr. I got my own back. Boxing, fashion designer, motivational speaker, all around. Just firme camarada.
Hell yeah. So what's up, man? How you doing today, bro? How's your day going so far?
Speak to the mic.
As you can see, it's been hectic. Running around all over the place.
Yes.
Even made it late here today.
You're a celebrity, fool. It checks out.
It definitely checks out. You know, the talent's always late, bro. It's kind of how it goes, man. You know, this is the world's your oyster, bro. We're just here.
The world's my playground, so I tell everybody.
But definitely talking about, you know, obviously, you know, Ronnie introduced you and you really made your bones in boxing, right?
Yeah.
Before we get into like introducing you and, you know, asking you about your story, I wanted to kind of touch on, you know, a little bit more of sports, because there's one big fight that was just announced, and I know you
Oh yeah.
actually two big announcements, right? And I know you've worked with both of these guys. So the big announcement that was made over this past week was that they finally finalized Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia.
Yeah.
How do y'all feel about that fight?
I'm excited, man. It's gonna be a good fight, bro. Fucking, you know, they both obviously are very young, got something to prove, bro. And you know, I see the tension. I expect it to be a really solid fight, bro. I think Ryan's really gonna have to step up here, and you know, he's still got a lot of people, including myself, bro. I'll admit it. You know, I support him because he's fucking raza and all that, but you know, I just don't see that like fucking championship mentality in him, bro. You know, I think he's still got a little bit more to prove to me, bro, until I feel like he's really the one.
So this fight, unlike the Tank fight, there's no rehydration clause and no catch weight.
Okay.
So what that means for people who don't know,
what does that mean?
So rehydration clause is that the next day you can't weigh over a certain amount, right? So they're fighting 140 pounds, right? So let's say they say, you know, we're putting a rehydration clause at like 150, 155. So that means that you can't gain more than that much weight, right?
Yeah.
Obviously no catch weight. That means that both of them have to make 140. So they can come in at 141, 142.
Yeah.
And that's a huge deal, because what everybody was saying when it came to like the Tank fight was that Ryan was drained because there was a rehydration clause. Like, doesn't allow you to fully hydrate, doesn't allow you to eat the way that you want to eat. So you know, with none of that involved, like, I really think this is going to be a good fight. Like, they know each other from the amateurs.
Yep.
They fought each other 6 times.
What's their record there?
3-3.
Oh shit.
So,
All right.
so this is the tiebreaker.
It's active.
Damn.
So they've won. Both of them have won 3-3. Obviously, the amateurs are completely different.
Yeah.
But
His parents gonna help him there?
oh man, I'll leave that. I'll leave that one alone.
Damn, dog.
But
My boy.
But you know, Devin Haney's such a gifted boxer. Definitely has great ring IQ. Ryan is fast. Ryan has really fast hands.
Fast as fuck.
Definitely a bigger kid. It's gonna be interesting to see like if Ryan can cut the ring off and Ryan can really deal with like Devin's you know, boxing IQ. Because that's the one thing that Ryan, I don't believe Ryan can do and has done, is be able to, you know, cut the ring off. It was proof positive with Tank. He kept following him around. So, you know, my money is, I hope Ryan wins, but I don't think so. I got Haney by decision.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna speak on too, bro. Like Haney is definitely, I feel like, a lot slower than Ryan, but he's way more technical than Ryan. And it's just gonna come down to, Ryan can get outboxed, in a matter of seconds. Like
Yep.
it's just within the first 2-3 rounds, we'll know.
Yeah.
We'll probably already be able to tell who the fuck's gonna win this.
Yeah.
And I think Ryan just needs to come out really strong, man. And like you said, bro, he needs to cut the ring.
Yeah, Devin just can't get caught with that hook. I'm gonna call it right now. I think it's gonna be a trilogy fool. I feel like they're gonna.
What
I
about
can
you?
see that.
What about you, JR? What you think?
Well, the thing about me is I like looking more into the mental state of mind where they're both in. And not only that, but Devin Haney has been a lot more active. Ryan hasn't really been active. And the last 2 fights, I can honestly say I wasn't impressed with his performance.
Active on social media.
For sure. He's active on social. No, yeah, that's what I'm
Super
saying.
active, dog.
Yeah, no, but it has a lot to do with your mental state of mind when you're in the ring also. So, yeah, I mean, they both can box, but in reality, Devin's been more active. Ryan hasn't really been focusing. As you can see, Devin's been staying focused. Even though Ryan's my client, that's my boy, but I'm going to be real. Like, I've been seeing him way too much lately on social media and growing the followers and stuff like that rather than
Branding,
focusing. Yeah, not only that, but
dollars.
I don't even know who's trading him this fight, to be honest.
Oh shit! All right.
Because I don't even think he's with the same dude from last time anymore.
You can't be. You just hop around like that. Like
That's what I'm saying. It's like
If you jump in with another trainer right now, you're literally learning a whole new style.
Yeah, that
So-
kind of fucks everything up. 'Cause I mean, they got to go through training camp and all that
Yeah.
shit, and that, you get so used to something or somebody, and now it's like completely different, and it's. I
to
don't
be
know, it's not
honest,
good.
like I love Ryan, but I think right now it's just I see Devin taking this, right?
Yeah.
Not only that, but I feel like I'm hoping Ryan's doing it for the right reasons, trying to fight him, and not just another money fight.
the clout.
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, the mental fortitude has to be there, right?
that's the main thing. Yeah, and that's why I feel like that's the only part I'm worried about him for him, because I'm like, yo, I know mentally right now, I know, you know what I mean? That's the main thing that basically plays a huge role in that.
I'm not
No,
gonna lie. I saw that. My bad. I'm not gonna lie. I saw that video, fool. That shit was cringe, dog.
Is it the one where they were like,
Like, he like runs up on him,
yeah,
tries to talk
See,
shit.
that's way.
Yeah,
Yeah,
see,
you can
it's
tell
little-
it's skidded. You know
There's
what I mean?
little things like that, bro, where it's like I wanna like him so much, bro, just cause like I said, he's Raza, bro, and
Look
like
at
I
this
feel
being
like
corny.
I feel like as Raza, we just gotta be that way, we gotta support each other all the time.
Facts.
But it's corny shit like that, dog, that I'm like, man, he was too worried about getting a clip for the numbers on the fucking Instagram or whatever it was, dog. That it's like, man, fuck that, like, you're in a whole sport, bro, a whole professional sport, and like that should be your main concern. Like that's how you want to win your fucking fans over, not doing shit like that, bro. I don't know. That's just my take, though, man.
For sure. Philosopher, I know you're a
What's
big
your
fight
take,
fan.
my
What's
boy?
your take, bro?
Well, to be honest, man, like I just got like 3 points. I think you guys hit 2 of them. First of all, I never bank on the side of the emotional fighter, right? Like with fighting, you definitely have to have emotional control, and the more emotional you are, like if you look at MMA, Conor McGregor was the king of getting people out of their pocket, right, and getting them emotional. But what happened when he took some time off? He had the crown too long, is he became emotional.
Yeah.
I never side on the side of the emotional fighter. Secondly, I think that a lot of times I think Garcia has a little too much. I think people look up to him too much based on his speed, but he's not really like. If you watch that Tank fight again, Tank outclassed him just on technical boxing, bro.
Yeah.
Just technically got out the way of his hooks all the time. Kept all of his slips really tight, really close, and just kept fucking hitting him, right? He can't, Ryan can't, like you said, he doesn't control the ring, man. And that is a big indicator to me on who's gonna win. Also, when you're tied up in the clout too much, and I see you're out here, kind of like you guys were saying, like you're trying to sell a fight, that tells me everything. The guy that's all loud, rah, doing the most, Conor McGregor throwing shit around, this fool going up to people in the back, that's always a telltale sign to me that either A, you're scared, B, you're just trying to sell something because you don't deserve to be there, or C, you're overhyped on yourself right now, right? And you're not really focused. So to me, if you've been having that crown too long and you don't even have the crown, you just have the clout where people are really banking on you, then you're, like you're saying, you're not focused, bro. You're not in the gym. And the moment you start taking dramas because this fight happened, so now you're talking shit about your coach and this and that. Bro, I know back at home when the cameras aren't on, you're not in your bag, dog. You're not the same Garcia that people are looking at like, oh, hell yeah, he's hungry, he's coming up.
Yeah.
So to me, anytime you're doing all these extras, you're jumping through cams, like you're saying, bro, you have to lock all over again. You have to get to know everybody. You got to get comfortable. You got to get familiar. all that shit takes away from you. The only thing that can matter to you when you're about to do a fight is training. There can't be anything else on your mind. No girl, no drama, no nothing. Everything has to be dedicated to you showing up to the gym, busting your ass, and going and performing. Anything outside of that is just it's gonna take your attention. At that level, bro, you can't have distractions.
Yep.
100%, man. I mean, with that being said, dog, I feel like I don't know if I can speak for everybody here, but Ryan, I hope you fuck that fool up, dog. Truthfully, like I'm supporting you, homie. You know, like I said, I'm always gonna have Russell's back, but gotta prove it, man. Prove it to all of us, bro.
Man. And one more of JR's clients just made a huge announcement yesterday that he's fighting for 5 more years.
What?
Canelo.
Canelo? Hey. Damn, fool.
Canelo.
He's gonna be your age by the time he's
Bro, Canelo.
That's crazy.
Still cracking fools. Still cracking fools, right? Breaking necks.
Boy.
He's still breaking necks and cashing checks, my boy. So he's
Big Cinnamon, G.
Big Cinnamon talking about,
Hell yeah.
fighting for another 5 years. Everybody thought he was gonna retire for some odd reason, right? But he still has 2 fights left in the PBC contract that he has, right? Everybody thinks that he's gonna fight Charlo. Like, it's rumored that he's gonna fight, the other Charlo brother.
Yeah.
In May.
Oh shit, no way.
Yeah.
All right.
And maybe we get Benavidez in September, which I don't think so.
That would be nice, though.
That would be
don't.
nice, though.
It would be really nice.
Right around Independence Day.
But I'm gonna throw something out there. I think he fights Munguia before he fights Benavidez.
Yeah.
Okay, I see that
I can
too.
see that. I can see that.
that.
So he's gonna fuck up both Charlo brothers
Yeah.
just for the fuck of it.
100%.
That was active, dog.
So what do y'all think? What do y'all think of him fighting 5 more years, and what do you think of some of the potential matchups that he has?
I think, he's somebody who's just very fucking dominant, bro, in the ring and in the sport that he's in. And I could see him still being dominant in 5 more years, bro. Like, easily. Like, he reminds me of somebody like LeBron, bro. Like, the longevity. Fucking Canelo, he's in the gym all the time, bro. He takes care of himself like the same way LeBron does, bro.
Yeah.
And when you're dominant in a sport, and for years, it's super impressive to me, dog. It's like what LeBron's doing right now. Not just anybody was doing that in the amount of seasons that he's played.
Yeah, bro.
And I think it's gonna be dope to see. Like, I know a lot of people probably think like, nah, Canelo's gonna be older by then. He's not gonna be as dominant, but I think the contrary, bro. I don't know. He's been able to. Ever since I've seen Canelo, like, he's just gotten better. Like, every fucking year, bro. He gets stronger, he gets faster, and I don't expect it to decline anytime soon. But what do you guys think, man?
Man, I just think he's focused, bro. Like, when I think Canelo, I think of someone who loves what he does and is passionate about it, and like he applies his entire being into doing it, right? And it's amazing to see him come out, right? When he steps into the ring and he puts on a great performance. And I mean, 5 more years, he's gonna get 5 more bags and do, you feel me?
Facts. I think so too, man. But I want to see those fights now, like the Munguia fight, the fucking Benavidez fight. Like, I want to see them now, cause you never know. You never know what could happen in the next 5 years. So, right now when we know that Canelo's in a good state, bro, and he's fucking, he's a very dominant athlete, it'd be nice to just watch it now.
What you think, JR?
Well, I already knew he wasn't going to retire because I got asked like a few weeks before that they needed training camp stuff. So I was like, I know it's not retirement for sure. You know what I mean?
You got the intel.
I'm going to be real. I have the intel on everything and everyone. It's just that I just decide not to say what really is happening behind the scenes. You know what I mean? Like, I could really tell you everything that's really happening, but it's gonna burn a lot of bridges for me, and I'm gonna lose I'm gonna lose a shitload of clients. But
So we're gonna have a long talk when these cameras go off.
yeah, I know, right? When the cameras go off, I can tell you guys the real shit about everything. But that's funny. That's why I'm starting my own podcast in Vegas, because I'm like, I kind of want the real shit to come out. I'm like, don't sugarcoat everything you guys are putting on social media. Let's talk about what's really happening behind the scenes, right? And yeah, it's to be honest, I knew he wasn't going to retire just because of that. I usually do find out who they're fighting next, and I think they might have mentioned the name. I just can't say it yet. But somebody that did tell me he is coming back also in May, which is kind of funny. It's Benavidez, because I just got off the phone with him recently. So now I'm thinking it might be these two. I don't know 100%. But I did get off the phone with Benavidez. Hey, just letting you know I'm coming back in May.
Okay.
And then Canelo saying he's coming back. So I don't know. That be. I don't think it's Munguia, to be honest.
Is it a coincidence? I think not. Not
only that, but I don't think Canelo wants to make Golden Boy any money. right? Especially because Munguia's with Golden Boy, so I don't really see that happening because I know. Yeah, so that's why I was thinking. I was like, okay, I don't know if it'll be Munguia. Charlo, like you said, there's a possibility, but there's a chance I'm thinking it might be Benavidez just because Benavidez hit me up, and I don't even know who they're trying to match him up with.
I would love that though.
You know,
that would
That'd be
nice.
great now for Canelo.
See, we don't even think about shit like that. What you just said, bro, about Munguia. You know, like Canelo might be like, man, fuck Golden Boy fighters, bro. Like I ain't trying to get y'all paid, bro.
And he's not about trying to get people paid. You know what I'm saying? That's what he says. He's like, you just want a payday.
But see, that's good because he's actually taking his value and applying it. A lot of fools just collect the bag, but at that point, bro, when you're that guy, you should be controlling who the fuck you're gonna let.
Yeah.
To fight me is an honor, bro. You're gonna collect the bag, win or lose.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's dope.
Whoever fights, I don't mind it because I'm gonna get paid. Whether it's Munguia, that's my client. Benavidez, that's my client. You know, so I'm like, I don't care who
the
you
real
guys
winner
fight.
here is you, my
That's
boy.
all I'm like. I don't care who you guys
but
fight.
talk to us, man. I mean, I know Frank said it so casually, like, "Oh, Canelo's your client." Like, bro, that's one of the fucking biggest athletes in the world, dog. You know, but what is it like, bro, to be working with somebody like Canelo, like somebody at that profile?
You know what I think is funny is that back in 2012, I was working security at UCI. And they heard me on the phone when I found out that Canelo was going to fight Floyd Mayweather. So I actually left my job, which I got fired for leaving the next day. So I went because I was trying to meet Canelo up in Las Vegas at the MGM Grand at the weigh-ins. Funny thing about this, and I never got a chance to tell him, but when I actually approached him back in the days trying to say what's up and trying to work with him, he actually rejected me.
No.
And it's funny because, while I was there, I designed a couple T-shirts that I was like, you know what, maybe if I show him these shirts, one day he'll give me an opportunity to work with him. So I was in the back. I went up to try to say what's up. Dude just walked right by me.
No way.
Yeah, he just ignored the shit out of me, and I was like, damn, man. And I was a huge fan, so I kind of left me salty for a bit. I was kind of like, you know what? I don't want to work with this dude. You know, he just rejected. Yeah, and then
ripped the poster off the wall.
Yo, I'm gonna be real. And it's like after that, I went and I was like, you know what? I'll at least try to approach the coach, right? Which at that time was Eddie Reynoso's father, and he also rejected the shit out of me. So I was like, damn, bro, both these dudes rejected me. And I remember I left the MGM Grand that day. I was planning on staying the whole weekend up in Vegas networking, but during this time, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go back, and I did. I just hopped on one of those buses that bring you back for like $20.
Yeah.
Jumped on one of those. I was kind of like salty. Lost my job, and then these dudes, the biggest fighter right now, one of the biggest fighters just rejected me. So I'm gonna be real. I didn't want to work with him after that.
Of course.
And then if you fast forward years later, when I got the phone call, one of my boys, Victor, hits me up. He happened to be Ryan Garcia's right-hand man at the time. He's like, hey, Canelo liked an outfit that you did for Ryan. He wants to know if you can come to his house. And I hung up on him because I thought he was messing with me too. So and then I was like, you know what, man, I'm cool, bro. Thank you. And then I got like 15, 20, 30 missed calls overnight. Then he finally sends me a text message that says, hey, Eddie Reynoso is requesting that you come to his house. Like, you can't say no now. And then I was like, oh, shit, this is for real? He's like, yeah. So then I was like, all right. So, yeah, I ended up going to Canelo's house. And he walks in, and I didn't want to tell him, like, bro, it's funny. You rejected my ass like 6 years ago. And now I'm in.
Took flight, fool.
And now I'm in. Yeah.
Canelo, damn.
That's the worst idea.
Here's the best part. As soon as I roll up, his coach is outside. Hey, what's up, man? Welcome. I'm glad. And I'm like, now you saying what's up
You're
to
like
me?
this fool, right?
Yeah. And then I go inside, and then now he welcomes me all nice and everything. And I'm like, yo, this is hilarious. Like, now I'm in his house.
The irony.
And I still have that picture from me trying to get close to him in 2012. So I still have it. And I look back at it. I'm like, that's funny because then now I take pictures, obviously with him.
Yeah.
But it's kind of crazy. Yeah. So I'm not going to lie. Like when I did get a chance to meet him, I was excited, but I wasn't at the same time because it still kind of took me back to that moment.
Hell yeah. You still had
triggered
that
you,
like
fool.
feeling like, man, fuck this dude,
Yeah. But at the same time, I was like, you know what? I got to add him to the resume. So,
Oh hell yeah,
couldn't
bro!
say no to
I
that.
think it, it's very something that can be very respected, bro. It takes a lot for a man to fucking sit there and be like, you know what, I'm put that to the side, put your pride to the side, bro.
I had to.
For something for an opportunity that's gonna take you way further.
Yeah. I kind of had to do that. So it opened up a lot more doors. To be honest, that kind of opened up to Creed. So I ended up working with the movie Creed, and then obviously then I'm gonna be real. It's the names that I'm working with. That's why even Michael Bay, the Hollywood movie director, same thing.
Yeah.
He hit me up, and I went to his house. So that was like another big accomplishment there too. So it's
literally
the resume continues from like Logan Paul to like Austin McBroom to shit. Like,
Fucking everybody.
everybody in the
like,
business, bro.
Everybody.
Some of the guys from the FaZe clan, like FaZe Jarvis, FaZe K, like they all started hitting me up, and then I got one of the biggest deals. The Creator Clash is basically a big YouTube fight event up in Tampa, Florida, and that was the first time I've ever gotten ordered 16 boxing outfits for one fight card.
Damn.
So you get all of them basically.
So yeah, they basically got almost all of them. And the thing is, I have levels of designs. I have my basic designs, and then my expensive ones are called the Gods designs. That's just like the most expensive stuff I have. And to sell 16 Gods outfits, you gotta understand now you have to design 16 one-of-a-kind outfits.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, so that was one of the biggest ones last year.
Oh, that's crazy. And where did that passion for like the fashion come from, bro?
Being a kid, when I was a little kid, I was living right there on Fruit Street, Santa Ana, California, or right here in Santa Ana. So,
Santana, that's right.
so I was right there, right? And it was funny because I'm right there chilling with my dad in the living room listening to music. One of my uncles comes downstairs. He grew up here in Cali, and he's like, yo, check this out. Because my dad was listening to banda music, and my uncle's like, here, you want to listen to some real music? And he handed me Slippery When Wet, Bon Jovi.
Okay.
The VHS. And I was like, oh shit, these fools are dressed pretty crazy, you know what I mean? So the way they were dressed kind of made me realize like I like clothes, you know what I mean? Something I never thought I was ever going to be into, but I was like, oh snap, like it's cool the way they're dressed. Self-expression. It's like fashion, self-expression. Yeah. So from there, and then watching that, and then I watched the movie Back to the Future, you know, saying Tron, all those movies like futuristic style like that. I started liking like the clothes in it. And then as I'm getting older now, basically just, you know, just fashion was just always something that was like it's a way of self-expression, like I was saying. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's like you look at somebody, it's like, yo, this dude's willing to wear like even women's clothes, you know, but it works. You know what I mean? And that's what they were doing a lot in the 80s.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Yeah, all the rockers and stuff like that. And then I got into it, so it's something that I thought it would look pretty cool, but I never thought I was actually gonna pursue it. I just knew I liked clothing.
How do you get into boxing? I know obviously we're mentioning like now at the, you know, the resume, working with the Canelos and the Lions of the world, but you know, fashion and boxing, you know, those two usually don't kind of mix and don't collide.
So check this out. Sorry to interrupt my when all my whole family used to get together back in the days for boxing. It was never for soccer, never for any other sport. It was always for boxing. When Julio Cesar Chavez, El Mero Paez, Macho Camacho. Now, Mero Paez and Macho Camacho were known for their intense outfits.
Yep.
Right. And then when I started seeing these guys in the outfits that they were wearing, I thought that was pretty cool. I was like, yo, when these fighters are walking in the ring, that's like a runway. All eyes on them. Everybody's looking at what they're wearing, and it's self-expression also. And that's where I kind of connected fashion with boxing. And I was kind of like, yo, I want to bring street fashion into boxing. And I was like, it's a market that's been untapped. And I was like, I could jump into streetwear, but there's a lot of dudes out there trying to do streetwear. But I was like, what if I jump in an industry? Everybody's into boxing. So to be honest, that's how boxing opened up doors to like Fluffy, the comedian, Gabriel Iglesias, which I design all this stuff. Shout out to Fluffy. He's wearing one of my shirts tonight for
Shout out to Fluffy.
Hell yeah.
We were just at his house with Ronnie.
You got to tell that story too.
I got to tell that story.
Tell that story, bro.
I am gonna have to put you on blast for that.
Oh, it's bad. I'm a sensitive pooper, dog.
So what's it called? So like I said, like fashion and boxing is like boxing fashion has opened up doors to like I said, Michael Bay now. Like what am I doing? This Mexican dude at Michael Bay's house. You know what I mean?
That's fucking crazy.
From Santa Ana, you know what I'm saying? So it's like that to me trips me out how boxing has opened up doors to a point where now I know so many celebrities and different from the comedy world to the movie, you know, to the music industry.
But when you I guess a side question, like for example, when you're saying you do the God Pack and you're making like 16 different designs, where do you pull your inspiration for those from? And also, do you look at those 16 independent people and try to figure out like their characters and then base that upon that?
So what I do is I visit each one, and I'm not gonna lie, it's like a 20-minute conversation about the design, and then after that it's like an hour and a half conversation about who they are, because then like that you personalize it to them. Exactly. You kind of start learning their vibe, their style, and then you incorporate that into the design. And I think that's what a lot of dudes, when they sell you outfits in the boxing, how I became the world's #1 boxing designer is because I actually pay attention to who they are. Exactly. I'm not just trying to sell them a product and leave. So I actually go, I sit there, I get to know them, I bond with them a bit to a point where now I'm gonna make this outfit personal to you.
It's your outfit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, and that's what they like. That when they see details, like, yo, you got that because of something I said, and I'm like, yeah. So I incorporated that small detail, and that little connection right there is the reason why the referral business comes back. Like I can honestly say, like, look, I only got 30,000 followers on social media, but look who my clients are, and it's because referral business. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's the quality, it's the referral, and it's like everybody's like, yo, this dude actually cares about what you want, and he treats you like if you're Canelo, even if you're just a guy who's just coming into boxing doing a pro debut. And because in the boxing industry, when I first got into it, yeah, nobody wanted to help me out, especially because they're like, who are you, kind of a thing. And me, all the dudes that I worked with in the amateurs, now they're some of the biggest pros right now. And now they're still my clients because they're like, yo, since we were an amateur, this dude showed us mad love and respect. And he treated us like if we were Canelo. He drove to us. He drove 2 hours to come see us, to measure us, to talk design. And he didn't have to do that because we're nobody.
Yeah. Well, you're leading with love, and then you're providing an experience.
Exactly. Yeah. And it's all about the experience, and that's what they love about that. Like, I genuinely, and it's funny because I actually invest more money in some of the guys that aren't even famous just because I want them to look good. There was a dude that hit me up once, and he's like, yo, he's like, I got the money. He's like, and I've been saving for a whole year. So he's like, I didn't want you to give me a discount. I just respect your art so much that I'm willing to pay full price. That's what's he's like, I didn't want to call you with a sob story. I wanted to straight up, like, save money. And, and I'm like, you know what? Just for that, I'm going to give you one of my God's designs, meaning that I'm going to design something for you that I normally would do for, like, people that pay, top dollar.
Damn.
But I'm going to do that for you because I have a lot of respect for that. Because I have people that have money that are always price gouging me. But here's a dude who's legitimate.
Contrary.
Yeah. So I'm like,
respect your work.
So when there's people that do that I got mad love and respect for it, and that's why I got to show that respect back.
That's what's up.
Damn. That's crazy, bro. That shout out to that dude, whoever it is, bro, because not a lot of people do that.
No.
Like you said, bro, it'd be people with money that are like, yo, hook me up, fool. Like,
all the time.
Come on, fool, you can pay the full
Don't
price,
you
dog.
come
And
on,
it'd be people like who can't really afford it, who are, save. You never know how much they're working or how much they're saving to really get that, that opportunity with you, bro. But, talk to us about one of like probably your favorite experiences, like just being in the boxing industry or the fashion industry in general, bro. Like, what's one moment you feel like was like, damn, for you, bro? Like,
I think it was Michael Bay. Michael Bay was, because the thing is, I never thought that a movie director would call me. I thought maybe, people in wardrobe or styling, for movies and stuff like that. But to have a director at that level contact me, like, that was just probably one of the craziest experiences. Like, I'll tell you guys how the whole thing went. Like, I literally get a call and, my dude says, hey, Michael Bay wants to call you. And I was like, wait, the movie director? He's like, yeah. He's like, apparently he called a few gyms and he asked who's the best designer in boxing, and all 5 of them said you, and he said, I need to meet this guy. Yeah. So to build that kind of a reputation where you can call multiple gyms and you're the go-to guy, that's obviously a proud moment like that. Definitely. The fact that people show you mad love like that, and to even throw your name out there. And yeah, when Michael Bay hit me up, he said, you know what, this is what I want. This is my favorite color. It's neon yellow, right? He's like, even when I film with my cameras, it's a neon yellow camera. That red made me specifically. Damn. He's like, saying, you know what? He's like, I've heard so many things about you that I need to meet you. And he's like, so, I need you to come to my house. And I was like, yo, that's crazy. And the fact that just going there, you're greeted by somebody at the door who already knows your name, Mr. Zinzun, right? He's like, all right. And then he guides me to another guy at the door. And then now you got this like gate right now that he's got his own estate. So now you got another guy that welcomes you there. Then that guy's like, yo, Mr. Zinzun, they're going to be waiting for you inside. Drive inside. Now he's got his own valet. Right. So
What the fuck?
that's what I'm saying. Like, this dude's like, Mr. Zinzun, I'm going to go ahead and take your car. I'm like, what the hell? I just got greeted by like 3 dudes already.
It took 10 minutes to get
Yeah. And then as soon as I get in, right, then they're like, now we got the house manager who's going to welcome. Now you got a house manager? So you got a manager of the house. So now this dude comes up.
That's crazy.
Says what's up to me. He's like, you know what? Now I'm going to take you to Mr. Bay. I was like, yo, this is crazy, bro. You guys had like 5 dudes that already, said what's up to me. Walk down these steps. They both go up to this wall. You know what I'm saying? Everything just seemed like a blur. Just I'm tripping out. That I'm like, Michael Bay's house? It's crazy. Literally, they both do like some sign on the wall. Freaking the door just opens up like a damn transformer, right? I'm like, yo, this is crazy. I see Michael Bay in there. He invites me downstairs. And, I think one of the cool moments is that, I'm there. I'm with his design. And he says, I see you have an extra bag. I'm like, yo, I know I got the specific rules here that say no autographs and no pictures, but I'm like, but I had to bring a replica of your short. Is there any way you could sign it for me? Right? I'm like, I know I'm probably going to get in trouble for this, probably never be invited back. He goes, you know what? Before I do that, tell me your story. He's like, I've heard a little bit about it, which I'm very curious about. He's like, because you're doing something right, because you're at my house. Right. And I was like, yo, and I told him a little bit about my story. I'm like, well, 1 minute I'm selling shirts out of the back of my truck at Southwest Plaza. The next I'm over here. I'm like, I must be doing something right. Right. And then he's like, you know what? Before I want to sign your short, and then he, turns on the lights, bro. Right behind me is Bumblebee from Transformers.
Damn.
So he's like, this is the Bumblebee, and then shows me like I don't want to name all his collection. I don't want him to get jacked, but he basically shows me everything, and I'm like, yo, this is pretty wild. Like this is everything for all the movies I've ever seen, from The Rock, not The Rock, Bad Boys, to what's it called? Wait, did he do The Rock? Yeah, because I think he did The Rock. Yeah, it's one of my favorite movies. So literally from Ninja Turtles to Transformers, big ass Optimus Prime in there. So it's like, yo, this is wild. So yeah, he grabs the short, puts him on top of Bumblebee, and he says, this world wasn't meant for the weak, JR. And clearly you know that, especially with that Spartan logo. I can tell you're a warrior. Right, so remember, it's Bayham, right? He's like, you got,
he just banged on you.
Yeah.
For real.
Like, don't forget it, G.
Yeah, he's Bayham,
Don't forget where you're at, G.
And I like that though. I like the fact that he decided to give me some advice. He's like, you got to be like the coach of the football team. You know what I mean? He's like, that's what I mean. They say that I'm intense, but you know what? This shit ain't for the weak. You know what I mean? Why do I put out such great content? Such great work. It's because everybody's got to be on my level. You know what I mean? And I'm like,
That's
yo.
Facts, G.
So I like the fact that not only did he invite me to his home, he cared about listening about my story, the fact that he let me go home with, some signed shorts, right? And then he says, you know what? I want to start a brand called Bayham, right? He's like, because it's like Mayhem, but Bayham because his last name, Bay, Bay. So he's like, and check this out. I want you to be the man that, creates this for me. So now I'm helping him with his clothing brand called Bayham that now it's going to be worn on all the movie sets that he works on.
That is fucking.
So that's what I'm
insane,
saying.
bro.
That to me, it was like one of the
That's
craziest.
awesome, bro. Congratulations, man. Honestly,
Thank
that's
you.
dope to hear.
It's crazy
That really
that
dope to
it's
hear.
crazy that I'm chilling at the house sometimes watching TV, and then I get a phone call and it's Michael Bay. It's like, and we just have like conversations like we've been boys for. Yeah, to me it's weird.
It's
Like
casual, G.
when I'm on the phone with them, I even trip out. I even want to put him on mute because I'm like, what the heck? Like we're literally just talking about random shit. You know what I mean? With Michael Bay.
Just having a casual conversation with Michael Bay, man.
Actually, now that I think about it, there's another one because then I got a guy named Jeff Beecher who's a friend of Michael Bay's. He owns Beecher's house or something like that. It's like a show. He's really good friends with Paris Hilton, so he's got like this crazy show. But I recently got tested, like in terms of quality wise, right? So I get a phone call. And Jeff Beecher goes, yo, he's like, I got somebody I want to introduce you to, right? And I don't know if I can say his name, but he puts me on the phone. It's the CEO of Airbnb, Brian Chesky, right? And I was like, yo, what the heck? I'm like, he's freaking 160th richest person in the U.S., all that shit, right? The CEO of Airbnb. And Brian goes, JR, he goes, my name's Brian Chesky. And I'm right there Googling. I'm like, oh, shit, CEO of Airbnb, right?
That's right.
I'm like, yo, dude's a freaking billionaire? I was like, oh, crazy. This is my first billionaire, right? So then after that, I was like, you know what? So what do you need, bro? How can I help you? He goes, well, I'm trying to look like Batman. We trying to look like Batman? Yeah, like Batman, right? And he goes, I'm going to give you he's like, but I need it in 4 days.
Damn, dog.
Damn.
Like that?
So he's like, so from 1 to 10, I'm expecting this to look 1,000, right? So I'm like, so you want my quality to be at 1,000 in 4 days? He's like, yeah. He's like, I'm like, you do realize you're giving me 1 day to design, 1 day to source, 1 day to put, make this happen and get it to you. Where are you at? He goes, I'm in San Fran right now. He's like, so I'm gonna need it here in 4 days. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. So that next morning, I went ahead and started designing, right? Because the man already put me on check, basically saying he wanted this to look
He's like,
1,000.
can you do this stuff?
Yeah, no, and the thing is,
He's like, you can.
Are you
no,
about it? Or
the
are
thing
you
is,
about it?
the thing is this: these kind of guys don't want to hear you say maybe. It's like it's one of those. It's like, bro,
Nah,
Yes.
I'm calling you because you're doing
These
it.
are words,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah. I'm not telling you. I'm not asking you if you can. I'm telling you that I need this in 4 days, right? So I was like, all right. Well, I like working under pressure. I'm not gonna lie. So
Hell yeah.
the next day, he did say, I want something that's never before been done or seen. So the next
No
day,
Travis Scott shit, dog.
I'm gonna be real. Like I was on the drawing board already, sketching a design out, and I banged it out first try. I was like, you know what? I already know what I'm gonna do for this guy. So I went ahead and designed it. Then after that, the following day, we got all the fabrics. And to be honest, he also wanted like custom abs and everything. And you gotta understand, I do clothes. I've never done like an outfit like that. And then for Michael Bay to refer me, Jeff Beecher to refer me, I thought they were gonna refer him to Ironhead Studios. I mean, those guys specialize in all the outfits for DC, for all the outfits on Marvel. Like that's them. Why are they sending it to my ass? You know what I mean? Like I'm not one of those top designers like that. Well, at least
But
I don't
you
think.
are, fool.
That's funny. Everybody's
Well,
like,
yeah.
but then, anyways, in a few days, we banged it out, made it happen, and then I sent it over. It was an overnight shipping, so he gets it, and I get a call from Jeff. He goes, "Hey, my dude wants to talk to you over here, Brian, right? And I was like, yeah, let me know what's up. So then Brian gets on the phone. He goes, hey, I think I was pretty clear with what I wanted, right? All intense. And I was like, yeah. So what do you think? And he goes, well, didn't I tell you I wanted it from 1 to 100? I want this to be 1,000. I'm like, yeah. He goes, well, tell me why you just delivered 1 million.
That's
right. Yeah.
So I was like, holy shit. You know what I mean? In that moment, it's like all this weight lifted up. But I was confident in my work because I know when you call me, I know what I can do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was tested with something different. This is now like a costume. He says, yo, everybody's made their own Batman movie, and you just made your own Batman outfit. He's like, I never seen anything like this before, so I got mad respect for you. And just know that I'm going to be calling you again. So I was like, holy shit. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's crazy, dog.
Just send over the invoice. He's like, just send over that invoice. I was like, got you.
Hey, what about outfits, bro? Like, what's the outfit you made that meant the most to you? Or
You know what the thing is? I've made a lot of outfits and for a lot of celebrities, a lot of big names. But there's a YouTube video that I made personally. It's called Apocalypse on YouTube, right? And the Apocalypse outfit, you guys have seen it. It's at my office, right? And I can honestly say that's my favorite outfit. And the main reason is because I personally went through some shit in the month of December that literally put me in like a really fucked up state of mind, that I came up with this design during that moment, and I put everything in this. And the reason why I did such a complex design that took almost a month to build was because I wanted to prove a point that people do not appreciate art or creativity, right? And the video that I made is me crawling in the desert, right? And it's like kind of, you see the outfit, you see me crawling. And it's because people don't see. That's why in the beginning it says to create art, my life goes through pain, right? Because people don't realize what I really go through for these pieces to be made. And the reason why I'm crawling, it's kind of like the struggle of life. It's trying to get there, right? It's trying to make it. And then people watching you and basically just watching you on your own. They don't really lend a hand. It's kind of like you're on your own. That's why my company name is called I Got My Own Back. It's basically a brand about, self-motivation, getting yourself back up, kind of pushing through the obstacles and not depending on anybody else. And that's why Apocalypse is my favorite design. I said, I'm gonna beat my head mentally to create one of the most beautiful pieces. And I'm not gonna put this on a Ryan Garcia or on a Canelo because it's gonna get the attention. Yep. I'm gonna put it on a fighter that nobody knows who he is, and watch how it's gonna get no attention. And then when I designed for Logan Paul, a simple freaking satin outfit I didn't even beat my brain. I can honestly say I did it with no no energy. It was applauded. I was on BuzzFeed for it. I was getting interviewed left and right, and over something that has no creativity to it, but because who's wearing it. And that was the point that I was trying to prove is I beat my head over here for something that means a lot, something that's got a lot of creativity, but nobody gave a rat's ass about it.
But you know what, man? I think that for an up-and-coming fighter, they're dealing with the same type of struggle. Right?
No, definitely.
They're in a fucked up environment. People aren't noticing them because of Canelos and these and that.
Yep.
So you put that on the right guy, it's going to tell a story for him as well.
Exactly, yeah.
And then when you tell the story behind that, it's just going to have that much more of a meaning.
So the cool thing is that I got selected to actually have that in June at a gala where it's going to be, they invite like certain designers to bring their best piece, and I'm bringing that one there specifically for that.
That's right, yeah.
That's what's up, bro.
And you obviously, you're having these having these conversations, working with the best fighters in the world, some of the top celebrities and producers in the world, right? What a lot of people don't know about you that me and Ronnie have been actually privy and had the pleasure is you do a lot of community work, bro.
Oh yeah, I do a lot of that.
And it's not something that you go out there and you promote. You do it because you want to do it. You do it because it's authentic. You do it because you see yourself, you see yourself in these kids and these individuals in the community. So
big time, yeah.
Can you talk a little bit about what you do, what you've done in the community, and what that means to you?
So the reason why I did that is because back in the days I chose the crazy lifestyle kind of a thing, right? You guys already know my story, right? But it's like, so back in the days, yeah, I chose the crazy lifestyle, and then I overdosed on February 17, 2011 was my overdose. And before that, yeah, I kind of I grew up watching gangster movies. I'm going to be real. These guys know, right? I grew up gangster movies, so I didn't want to be one of those guys that just watches these movies. I kind of wanted to live that life, which obviously almost cost me my life. Seen it all, done it all, so it's kind of like, as you guys know, basically they showed up at my door, detectives. I was looking at 10 to 15 years in prison. I was being sued for hundreds of thousands of dollars. They found over $1 million in a bank account.
That was his?
It was with my name on it at the age of 20, at the age of 23.
Ew.
So I got into some serious trouble at the age of 23. You know what I mean? So, like I said, now the reason why I speak at schools is because since I did grow up in Santa Ana, right? And obviously I didn't grow up like a lot of other kids did. You know, it's I felt like I didn't deserve anything, right? And especially because my dad used to work in the fields of Orange County picking oranges, you know what I mean? And he also used to work at a sponge factory, which is still there in Santa Ana. So it's like seeing them go through that, I felt like, you know what, I'm never gonna accomplish anything since I came from this, right? And then obviously, you know, you're not respected as a kid, you know, especially a Hispanic kid, right? You got that old school like dad, you know, my dad was old school, you know, Mexican, you know, who kind of grew up rough and tough, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So they kind of push that shit on you. And to be honest, I grew up a very aggressive individual, which is why I kind of went the dark path, and I wanted respect. I wanted people to respect me. So it's like I could either go out there and promote the fact of everything that I went through, everything that I saw, but in reality, I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to go out there and try to help motivate these kids to kind of choose the right path, right? Because I feel like they're the future. Why are we in such a jacked up spot right now, right, in the world? Is because too many people care about stupid shit nowadays. Yeah. That's why I tell these kids, you could either go online and, you know, see dudes running into walls or crashing cars, or you can actually try to educate yourself and try, like everybody says, how are you able to design so much? I'm like, well, it's because I'm expanding my mind. I'm educating it. I'm like, I'm learning about art. I'm learning about different things business-wise. Right. And it's like all those things have helped me in terms of being creative. Right. And like Walt Disney, I study that guy like crazy. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's why a lot of these things I like to tell these kids, because I'm like, look, I was angry. I was pissed. I was trying to escape reality. Right. I lived too much with my childhood trauma to the point where I didn't even give life a chance. Right. And it's like, what message am I trying to spread now? Back in the days when I was spreading gangster shit, it really got me nowhere. And all I was doing was just getting more kids involved in it. And it was just literally, it's like they say, hurt people, right? And that's exactly what I was doing. So I was like, you know what? Now I'm going to go ahead and approach it differently. And I'm going to do this because it's something that I want to do. Because when you seriously die, like me, when I overdosed, like that's when I woke up and I said, yo, this is a moment now where I realize that there is a God and there is a, you know, there's something after this, right? Because a lot of us, what do we say? You know, well, where's the proof at? That's kind of what a lot of these kids are always saying, like, where's the proof at, right? So it's like me, I'm like, you know what? I'm living proof that this, you know, that there is a God. I'm living proof that, you know, I came back, and look at all the things that I've accomplished. Before that, I had continuation school, you know, I was escorted out of Woodbridge High School. I was arrested, escorted out, you know, none of the schools in Irvine wanted me, you know what I mean? So I ended up in continuation school. So after that, college dropout. So I can honestly say I was more street smart than book smart. So that's why I try to teach these kids. A lot of these kids are not book smart. You know, they got ADHD, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I try to teach these kids like, yo, we're all smart and we could all do something. You know, it's just trying to figure out what's your passion. And right now, I'd rather see more kids succeed because, to be honest, a lot of dudes that I grew up in continuation school, half of them are already dead. And I can honestly say since I left continuation school, one has died of an overdose. So it's like, we talk about change, but are we in there actually trying to, you know, make that change? Or are we just sitting here watching? Yep. You know what I'm saying? And that's why, like, when they say, you know, I'm not going to lie, I'm not going to drop any names, but there's some dudes out there like winning awards and shit. But I'm like, what are you promoting? Like, what exactly are you promoting? You know what I'm saying? It's like you're promoting stupid shit. And why? Because that's how stupid the world is right now. You know what I'm saying? That's why I like to promote real shit. I promote the struggle, right? And I always tell them, it's like my favorite quote is, a journey with no obstacles has no destination. So that's why I tell these kids, you know, that's why I'm here to talk about the struggle, but also the benefits of, you know, how strong you get mentally from all these obstacles that you go through. Yeah, that's why when they ask me, like, but the thing is, I don't promote it a lot because I'm not really here to get applauded for it. Because I feel like when I die the second time, I actually want to die with with like knowing that everything that I did in my power to try to help this world.
Yep.
That's right, bro. And, you know, that's amazing, and I applaud that, bro, because you know, not a lot of people, you know, who make it out the hood or make it out of, you know, a certain lifestyle, bro. They don't really go back and you know, give that game to the youngsters, bro. And that's what's up, bro. You know, you do work for the community and you look out for these kids, bro, because at the end of the day, that's all really these kids need. It's somebody to look up to, guidance. You know, something to look forward to, bro, and just some guidance, exactly, some guidance, you know. They might not have it in the household, you know, and it takes people like this and to come back and, you know, speak to them, and it's amazing, bro. I applaud you for that, for real.
Thank you, brother.
But before we wrap this up, man, I know you said you're working with the Michael Bay's brand, but is there anything you got coming up, man, that you're looking forward to, you know, that you want to let the people know that maybe you can speak on? I don't know, maybe something that you can't speak about. Obviously, don't touch on it, but
for sure. So right now, to be honest, I think I started off the year really good because I got one client who's starting his own show. So back in the days, Tap Out, they worked with a show called The Ultimate Fighter, which everybody was wearing Tap Out, and it broke the internet, and it made Tap Out basically what it is now today. Yeah. So there's a new company coming out right now called TCL, Team Combat League, which is basically there are 12 teams, East Coast, West Coast boxing teams, and they fight each other. So 2 and 2s, right? So it's like, and then at the end, it's like one team from the right, one team from the left, right? So, and it's 25 fighters per team, 1 round, right? And I just got selected to design 336 boxing outfits for them. Wow. So I just closed that deal, in January.
Big deals.
Right.
Big deals. G.
So yeah, I mean, we're starting off the year good. I mean, obviously there's some behind the scenes drama, right? But that's always part of the game. You know what I mean?
doubt.
But yeah, it's just right now just closed down that big deal, so I'm excited for that. And yeah, we're looking to expand into Las Vegas, so we're really excited for all that too.
Hell yeah, bro. Is there any shout outs, any special message you might want to give the viewers, bro, that are listening out there?
Basically, it's going to be a hard journey, no matter what life direction you choose, you know what I'm saying? But it's just about believing and keep going and just kind of don't forget about the destination. Just try to get there.
Most definitely, bro. I appreciate you coming through, man. Really, enjoyed the conversation. Boys, y'all got anything to say before we wrap this up, man?
Nah, man.
Nah, JR said it all, bro.
I think we're all amazed right now, bro.
Yeah,
We're
all
like
said, bro.
captivated,
crazy,
G.
dog. Yeah, that was crazy, man. But for those people listening, man, I hope y'all learned something today. Give my boy a follow. What's the IG?
I got my own back _fighter.
There you go. Follow the IG. Keep showing some support. But with that being said, man, it's another episode of What's the Word on Wednesdays on American Cholo. Appreciate everybody that's tuning in. This one, it wasn't live, but it's going to be up, and y'all going to be watching it. And then stay tuned for next Wednesday, man. We're back to regular scheduled programming.
Program
Yes, sir.
time, G.
That's right.
Let's go.